time in YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of Deck Analysis. Today we are looking over the Mega Altaria-EX deck. 220 HP, this bird is fat. It's a nice Pokemon, nice well-rounded all in all. It is a fairy type with Mist Purge as its attack, 1 fairy energy, 2 colorless, 100 damage. So it will not be it'll two-shot most Pokemon. If this Pokemon has any special energy attached to it, keep that in mind, it has to have a special energy, it will do 30 more damage. So we could do 130 and 130. So that's 260. We can pretty much two-shot everything in the entire game, which is nice. With that being said, it also heals us 30. So if I get 2 of these fat birds going on at the same time, I can switch them up, heal each other, keep themselves fresh, ready to go for the next attack, and hopefully get a couple knockouts in the process. So, who has to support him? Well, we're going to have Aromatisse this time around. Fairy Transfer will be very nice for the other Pokemon. It's not too essential, don't keep that in mind. I only need 1 Fairy Energy for Aromatisse, or for Altaria, so it's not too essential, but if I, for whatever reason, only have the 1 Altaria and I only have the 2 double colorless energies on it, it's really nice to switch up and it gives me additional attackers. As well as, in case Glaceon decides to make its presence in the next couple matches, we have a Diancie-EX, 150 HP, Fairy type, Sparkling Veil. As long as this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, any damage done to your Pokemon by an opponent's attack is reduced by 30. So it technically has 180 HP, but it's reducing damage all the time. Now it also has Wonder Stage, 1 Fairy, 2 colorless, 60 damage. If there is a Stadium in play, this attack does 15 more. Now we play a Stadium, so it should always be doing 110 damage. Again, this is only for Glaceon. So, if for whatever reason that card never shows up, Diancie will never see play. With that being said, we have our Shaymin, our trusted little doggy friend, set up. When you play this Pokemon card from your hand, you can, onto your bench, sorry. Play it from your hand to your bench. You may draw cards until you have 6 in your hand. It is a very nice card, very nice bench warmer too. The other bench warmer for the deck is Hoopa. 170 HP, Psychic type, Scoundrel Ring is all we care about. When you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench, you may search your deck for up to 3 Pokemon EX cards, excluding Hoopa. Reveal them and put them into your hand. Shuffle afterwards. This lets us get our Altarias, our Mega Altarias, our Shaymins. If I have to, it'll get me my Diancie. It gets me pretty much everything I need without having to use one of those Bridgets or Pokemon fan clubs. I don't need them with this deck. With that being said, we have gone over all the Pokemon in the deck. We're going to start with our items. We have a Battle Compressor. Now, you're going to be saying, why are you running a Battle Compressor in a Fairy deck? Well, what this does is it lets me get those cards that I don't currently need into the discard pile. So, it'll let me get my Lysander, my Pokemon Center Lady, my Skylas into the discard pile. I don't need to draw them. You know, sometimes it's just better if I don't get them in my hand. I don't need them at that particular moment. I can get something that's a little bit more useful. And I can be a seeker for them later because I know they're already in that discard pile. I have a Level Ball. Search your deck for a Pokemon 90 HP or less. Reveal it, put it into your hand, shuffle afterwards. I have only one of them because it is for Aromatisse and Spritzee. That's all it is for. We have a Super Rod. Shuffle 3 in any combination of Pokemon and basics back from your discard pile into your deck. This is nice because casualties are going to happen, and I can guarantee you we're going to have casualties. And having a full line of Altaria and Mega Altaria go down is not something I want to see, so at least if I can get those energies and Pokemon back into the deck, we can keep our momentum going. We do have a town map this time around, primarily because being a slower deck, I want to be able to get the prize cards that matter. So town map is really essential in making sure I grab the right cards at the right time. If I don't have a draw supporter in my hand and I see one in my supporters and I can claim a prize, my next turn might just be that much better because of this card. We are running 4 Ultra Ball, 4 Via Seeker, standard stuff in every deck of mine. We are running 1 AZ. Now, if a Mega Altaria takes too much damage, I can bring it back to my hand. Cool. The only thing that's not very nice about this is I do lose the energies and I do lose the Spirit Link. However, I have a couple buddies here named Shaymin and Hoopa. If, for whatever reason, my opponent wants to Lysander them up, take them as an easy prize, I can AZ them back into my hand and they're gone. He'll never see them again. Again, we have gone over Lysander. Lysander is one of the best supporters in my opinion. Switch one of your opponent's benched Pokemon with his or her active. This lets us get that threat into the active position, or just like I said, we can use Lysander to get those Shaymins. Easy 2 prizes? I think so, because even Altaria can one-shot them. We have 4N. This lets us shuffle our deck. Well, it will, but we shuffle our hands back into our deck, and then we draw a card for each prize card that we still have remaining. So if we're at 4, we get 4. If we're at 6, we get 6. Beautiful. I like N because it counters my opponent's hand as well. If they're at an advantage here, N will come out, takes care of them. We have 1 Pokemon Center Lady because you know what? Sometimes the healing on Altaria is just not enough. It is nice to have a little bit of support, and Pokemon Center Lady is usually the best kind to do it, especially late game where you don't really need to play your draw supports because you pretty much have everything going anyway. So having that ability to heal is a good support line. It's a good use of a BS Seeker if necessary. Click. We do have 4 Sycamore. Don't need to go over these too much. Discard your hand, draw 7. Yay! We have 3 Skyla. Now the reason I have 3 right now, I ran 1 originally, thinking of my regular playstyle. I'm like, you know what? I'm not drawing into my Spirit Links or my Battle Compressors or my proper cards that I need on a given basis. So I switched up to 3 and it just worked so much better. The consistency was there. I liked it. So 3 of them definitely was important for this deck. Losing my voice here. We do have 1 copy of Xerosic, so we can discard a Pokemon tool card or special energy from my opponent if they, for whatever reason, or myself, if I for whatever reason get head-ringered, this card can at least save that. With that in mind though, it's usually used to discard like a double colorless energy from my opponent or a tool card like Fighting Fury Belt that is just causing so much trouble. Last up, we have the Fairy Garden. The reason I'm not using Float Stones in this deck is because Fairy Garden is an amazing support stadium in the fact that I can attach a Fairy Energy to any of my Pokemon. I can Aromatisse it to anything I want, which is nice. Let me retract that. Can I do that? Yeah, it doesn't specify Fairy, it just says Fairy Energy. So I can move whatever I want around to my Pokemon, and I'm good to go. So if you, for whatever reason, do bring up Hoopa to think you can stall me out, Fairy Energy, retreat out. Done! I am good to go! Last item card is the Altaria Spirit Link, just to help make sure I can Mega Evolve. And for energy purposes, we are running 4 double colorless energy for that special energy needs, and we are running 8 Fairy, just for the simple, I need to make sure I have Fairy Energy going on all my Pokemon at all times, and it's a nice balance. So, we have 2 major battles coming your way. I have not actually selected the opponents yet as of this time, but I'm sure they'll be pretty good, so make sure to tune in for them. On top of that, what is your opinion of the deck? Before we even get to seeing those matches, because I'm sure those matches will happen before you guys see this video, the format of the deck. Do you think it'll be better or worse than some of the ones we've seen? Will we get trampled on by some of the other decks, or will we be able to succeed and take over our opponents? You're just going to have to wait and find out. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. But until then, time out.